think we can go to Merthyr Tydfil now, because we've lost Kemi Badenoch, where Merthyr Tydfil, a Labour stronghold for centuries, really. Patrick Christys is there because according to a poll, they've got an 82% chance of winning that seat. Patrick, this is a small revolution in one of Labour's most reliable, trustworthy seats.
Well, that's exactly why we're here, that we want to come and find out what really is going on the ground. Just come with me, because this is all about meeting real people, isn't it? And we're going to go and meet a former small business owner who's called Les. He's retired a little while ago, owned a fish and chip shop, as well as a couple of ice cream vans in the local area. I want to find out from Les about what the mood is really like on the ground here. Why is this Labour stronghold potentially going to go reform? Les, how are you?
Okay.
Can I come in?
Yes, certainly.
Good. All right, brilliant. Well, look, follow us in. Thank you very much. Can we just come through and have a quick chat with you in your living room? Fantastic place you've got here, by the way. Thank you very much. Cheers for having us round. I believe that you've locked the dog up on our behalf, yes. so there we go. Well, look, thanks for having us round, Les. Look, our viewers and listeners want to know from you, this is a Labour stronghold. I mean, the founder of the Labour Party was in charge of this seat for a while. Why do you think it's changing, this political revolution?
Well, I think the new Labour government, I think they've dug an hole for themselves. Basically, the first policy they brought out was getting rid of the winter fuel allowance. That affected, I would say, 60 to 80% of Labour voters, because I believe Labour voters are 60 plus.
Okay.
So I think they've taken a lot of their support, wiped that out straight away, you know.
Okay.
And with the rise of the new party you got now, I think they're going to split the vote in Wales.
Right.
You know.
Okay. And you're a business owner, so you've employed people. You know what that's like. You know all the stresses that can bring. How do you feel it would be like, under this Labour government? We're a week on from the budget, aren't we? If you were to look to set up a business here now, start again, as it were, do you feel like they're working for you as you would be a working person?
Well, if I was to start a business now, I think there'd be there's no confidence left in the towns, not only in Merthyr, throughout the valleys. They're so deprived now, and they've just been left. In this area, as you say, it's been a Labour stronghold, and I think they've let the people down. I think they've left the people down badly.
And is that to do with the fact that the traditional industries here have gone? I mean, the pit closures. There was also a big factory here, I think, wasn't there? That employed a lot of people, and that's gone as well, I think.
Yeah, Hoovers was here. All the big industrial units that were here have gone. But through past experience, you tend not to have the full support of your local councils. When you apply for things, they make it the red tape involved in just applying for a simple thing like opening a cafe or a factory, or you're trying to get a ski slope resort in the Merthyr. And I know the gentleman that's involved in that, and the amount of work involved going through the local councils, the Welsh office. And it seems as if they're putting up barriers against new investment all the time in the valleys.
Your personal data could be exposed right now without you even knowing it. And if you want it removed, use incogni.com/GBNews in the description now and get 60% off an annual plan on us. Incogni reach out to the data brokers on your behalf and request that your information be deleted from their databases. And they'll keep sending removal requests to make sure your data stays gone. Sometimes your information ends up on strange, obscure websites that automated tools just can't reach. And that's why Incogni just launched their unlimited plan with a feature called Custom Removals. With this, you can submit any link where your personal information appears, literally paste in the URL, and their privacy team will investigate and work to get it removed. And getting started is super easy. Hit the link in the description, create an Incogni account, and tell them whose data you want removed. Grant them permission to work on your behalf, and then all you've got to do is sit back and relax. They'll keep you updated along the way. Incogni is totally risk-free for 30 days. If you try it, it's not for you, you'll get a full refund. So take back control of your personal data today with Incogni. Use our code GBNews at checkout via the link in the description, as you'll get 60% off an annual plan.
Yeah, is Keir Starmer popular here as a man, do you think?
Well, I don't think so. But that's only my opinion. I've got no looks on him as a leader of the Labour Party. I think I think university boys, Eton boys in the Labour Party, it just doesn't work. I don't think they realise how ordinary people live.
Right.
I don't think they realise what the ordinary working man has to go through just to survive these days. You know, and no, I got no looks in, to be honest with you.
So we're going to, over the course of the day, we're going to be speaking to Labour voters, people who voted Labour all their lives as well, and no doubt we'll talk to some people, of course, who will make the case as to why areas like this need to stay Labour. But I imagine there's a lot of quite heated debates that go on in a place like this. So what are some of the main issues for people in Merthyr right now? What are some of the main issues?
Well, the biggest issue is unemployment, I should imagine. The housing situation, also the influx now of the illegal immigrants. They move into the hotels and various places in Merthyr. The explosion of Turkish barbers, vape shops. There's nothing left in the high streets for people. There's nothing to entice people into the town centre of Merthyr anymore.
So you've seen this area change?
Yes, definitely. You know, over the last 20 years, yeah, the decline. You know, the decline hasn't happened since Labour have come into government. The decline has been there for the last 20, 30 years. Yeah. And obviously with the Tory government, they didn't give two hoots about Wales anyway. So, but I thought this Labour government would have put more into our area, because the Senate is Labour controlled anyway. So I thought we've had a boost when they came in the National Party, but it doesn't seem to be happening.
So go on though, just to round off before we get back to the studio, because I'm sure they're probably still waiting to hear from Kemi Badenoch there. But what could this Labour government do, in your mind now, to win someone like you back, to reverse what is the trend at the minute, which would suggest that Reform are going to win this? What would Labour have to do?
Well, I think they need to reconsider the working man. They need to consider the people that are struggling with mortgages, the people that are struggling to feed their children. You know, in this day and age, it's an absolute disgrace, the situation our country have gone into. An absolute disgrace.
Okay, so maybe go back to some of their roots a little bit, I suppose would be the answer there, possibly.
Well, I think they've lost their roots.
Right.
I think they've lost their roots. Whether we ever go back to the days of the old Labour system, I doubt it. I know time moves on, I understand.
Okay.
But it's just they just don't. Well, the impression they give, they don't care. That's the impression. You know, when they're interviewed on the television, and it's not only Labour, they're all the same. They cannot answer a question simply.
Well, I'm very glad that you have been able to answer a lot of my questions.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Thank you for having us round. I really appreciate it. Now, look, we're going to be doing a lot of this today, over the course of the day and into the evening. My live show this evening is going to be from our Working Man's Club, which is just around the corner, which I am bang up for. Les is going to be there. We've even got a Welsh choir. But look, this is what it's about, talking to real people on the ground about their views in what is, as you were describing, Andrew, going to be probably a political revolution. Back to you.
And Patrick, really significant, because Keir Starmer takes his name from Keir Hardie. That's who he was named after. Keir Hardie was the leader of the founder of the modern Labour Party in 1900 and was the MP for Merthyr Tydfil. So this is a really serious blow for Labour. Patrick, thank you very much.
And thank you to your lovely guest. Thank you to Les for us, Patrick. He's brilliant.
Great stuff. And